Oh, my Bloodborns are in the dog!
That makes sense.
Oh.
I don't think you're getting these Bloodborns
I don't
back.
think I'm getting them back. Oh my god!
Oh, he's charging!
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Ah, you got him back! Run!
Where's the
run!
pig?
Run! Run!
Oh! No! That's the other pig. That's the other pig. Right,
Welcome everybody to Fist
my
Truck
God.
TV.
Alright.
I mean, we can't not leave that.
I wasn't even gonna talk about leaving it in there. It's just assumed. Alright, well,
we tried to get the
Bloodborns
Bloodborne. Yeah, we tried to get the Bloodborns back before we started the next episode.
back. We're still trying. Fucking, oh my god.
Oh no. Well, it's in the pig now. And
No, it's not.
I
No, it's not. I was fast enough. I was fast
Okay.
enough.
Okay, cool. Good job.
He's up. This old lady's
Oh,
running!
you bitch!
Oh, eat
she's dead.
shit!
Who?
What do you think? Idiot.
Nobody likes bubblegum powder.
Oh god, this is just double bubble, but like, I don't know, like freeze dried and crushed double bubble. Alright, okay. I was, like, my intent of picking up the Bloodborns before the episode started was to just, like, you know, I'm just gonna grab my shit, grab, like, whatever goodies I want, and then get the fuck out of here. But, that clearly ballooned into something else.
Don't forget. Wait, where's that other pig? Is that pig gonna come over? Looks behind him in terror.
Okay.
Nervously, sweat drips down from his head.
Looking like Jordan Peele in that one gif. Bruh! Okay, alright. Okay, there's still more dogs. Alright, let's get over here. Are they guarding it? Yes, they are. Okay.
What are they guarding?
I think it's goodies. I think it's upgrade material. I could be wrong. I don't know. Come on.
That's dangerous. Now, does he go berserk when you put his health down to a certain
about
amount,
like
or
a quarter
after?
or something.
Okay. Hit him in the butt.
Ow.
Oh, he hit you with his foot.
Jesus Christ. It's been Easter. Alright, what's that? Oh, the Tonitrus.
I don't know what that is.
It's a electric mace type thingy.
So that boss isn't there?
Which boss?
Once you go through that door, there's a boss there?
That you don't go through there. You go through down these down this big ramp or hill over here.
Okay. Isn't there a boss in a courtyard? Was that Dark Souls 3?
No, that was this one. I mean, there.
Yeah, a boss in a courtyard, and you have to climb the ladders off of the sides to take care of the other dudes, the snipers.
Okay, so that's down this way. You go through there, like, so that door is not open currently.
Okay,
but
I
you
thought
go
it was
down
up there.
that way, yeah, and it's stairs, not a ladder, but.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Hey, goodies.
Hey, good.
So, as previously stated in the last episode, I talked about I'll probably get into a rant about lore in this episode. And
why are you here? Why are we playing this fucking game?
Shut the fuck up.
No, but like, what's your character's motivation?
All right. Well, much like from 2 episodes ago. Seriously, bro? Okay. Just dropping, just not going for the shot, man. That's fine.
What?
Nothing. Why? Well, I remember specifically I talked about this in my video. Thank you. I talked about this in my Souls-like fatigue video, however long ago that's been now. Just with like some of the lore, that kind of like lore is told in absence of story.
Yeah.
And I would guess technically I would say it started with like Dark Souls 2.
Not Dark Souls 1.
No,
not Demon Souls.
No, because in those they give you a clear like, yo, you're doing this. This is why you're doing it.
Okay.
You know, even though it's like, yeah, you have to talk to an NPC. That's just how these games work. They're not gonna like tell it to you through cutscenes. That part, like that aspect, I just assume going into it. How do I put this? So it's like in Demon Souls, or I guess I'll go say Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, you speak to the guy, like right in the very beginning.
Right.
You're in the cell. Oscar, the night dude, drops the key for you to get out of your cell. Like that's, you know, cool. I understand what I'm doing, right?
Right.
Or he gives me a thing. I'm getting out of cell. My cell. Who wants to be in prison? Right. That kind of shit. So, afterwards, you find Oscar, and he's, you know, down for the count. You speak to him. That's how you get your Estus flask, and he tells you like, hey, you need to go and or you know, go and I forgot what it is like, you know, things like break curse of undead or you know, the hollowing stuff. Like you're essentially trying to stop that. So I'm like, okay, sure. So if you're trying to do that, you get past the asylum, you speak to the NPC there, and the crestfallen dude, and he'll tell you, okay, go to what is it? Yeah, you need to ring the bells of awakening in order to get to Anne Orlando so you could get the thingy. So, you know, essentially he's at least telling you what you're doing and why you're doing it, even though it's like super surface level, nothing much. But at least there's like you get that, right?
Right.
You go do the stuff. You know, you ring the bells. You come back. Serpent Head dude Frampt is there. You talk with him. And he tells you about getting the Lord Vessel and the Lord Souls and succeeding Lord Gwyn. You get the Lord Vessel, big, you know, amazing chest ahead lady tells you about succeeding Lord Gwyn and the Lord Souls and all that kind of stuff. And you do that, and, you know, like you're just following that. It's, once again, I understand it's not like, you know, a lot to go off of.
But it's something.
It's just something that's there. And in Dark Souls 2, they tell you to break the curse of the undead, and, like, that's pretty much it. And then afterwards, it's like, it kind of, I don't understand why in the fuck I sit on that throne at the end. I have no clue why that happens. Like, because, okay, the curse of the undead. Or you're trying to do this thing. So in Dark Souls 1 terms, that's like, all right, I guess you're, you know, I don't know, like you're trying to rekindle the fire. I think that would be the equivalent in Dark Souls 1. Like, or... Yeah, like Dark Souls 2 ending in Dark Souls 1 would be relighting the fire.
I thought it was, so I thought in Dark Souls 2, you were stopping the curse of the undead, but that was a trick from the Reaper, or whatever that thing behind the boss is, to get you to open the door for him.
Well, her, but yeah.
Her. Right, and then she wanted the throne.
Yeah,
but then you took it because, you know, you got tricked.
Because she's like, trash. Yeah.
Yeah. So like breaking the curse of the undead is like a ploy. It's not real.
Yeah, but that's not the like she's just waiting there because she wants it for herself, right? Like that's
right.
It being a ploy, I don't remember that being a thing that is ever described. I could be wrong.
I'm not a I played that game once.
I played
I just thought that the Reaper at the end was like led a bunch of people here under false pretenses.
Yeah, well, what she did was cause a war on false pretenses. So that was like
Why did you teabag that person, you psychopath?
Trash, trash, trash. See me in Halo 3, where I'm also trash, trash. If I'm not mistaken, like, started the war with between the, you know, like, I think Vendrick, I forget the name, is it Drink Lake and where the Giants are from. She started that, I think, or she's the cause of that. I forget what exactly. And then she's the one who kind of like let the land fall into the state that it was, I think. Right. So I think maybe at the end she's just trying to stop you, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I think that's it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's been a while, and also I don't care. So there's that.
If you know the lore, get in the comments.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2.
No, I welcome that. Like Dark Souls 1 lore is pretty much where my giving a shit began and ended. Dark Souls 2, but anyway, a lot of the stuff we're saying Dark Souls 2 is stuff that, like, doesn't get... How do I put this? In Dark Souls 1, when I'm talking about the NPCs that tell you what to do, that tell you the stuff, right?
Right.
They're in your way. They're, like, literally in your path. Like you have to go by these people. Like, you might not have to talk with them necessarily, right? But you're more likely than not going to be talking with these people, at least when you're first playing through the game. Like, you're most likely going to talk to the crestfallen guy because he's the first NPC you see.
Right.
You're most likely going to talk with France because it's a big fucking serpent head guy coming out of the ground, and how do you ignore that in good faith?
Right.
And then you're gonna talk with the amazing chest ahead lady because you just beat what is the hardest boss in the game, and she's a giant woman with, you know, large, you know, hooters, knockers, right. Whatever. If she gives you the Lord Vessel, you have to talk to her in order to get the ability to progress.
Right.
So, in Dark Souls 2, a lot of these NPCs we're referring to are people that you can skip. People that you might not talk to. Not all of them, but like a fair amount of the ones that we're referencing right now that might fill you in on some backstory stuff are ones that you might never talk to on a playthrough. Realize easily might never talk to. Things you might never find about. That's not the same, like, to the same extreme as like item text, you know, like when you look at the descriptions of items and shit like that and get that lore. But still, it's like super out of the way stuff, and you know, it's like you piece it together as you play. So I guess what I'm getting to after all that is that in this game, I remember this too, because when Dark Souls 2 came out, because it came out a year before this. Oh
yeah, this guy was...
Or 2 years before, I forgot what exactly.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Dark Souls 2 is like, oh hey, this plot's kind of, or whatever the fuck you want to call this, is all over the fucking place. And, you know, it's like, we've hit the point where shit's just a little too convoluted, unlike in Dark Souls and in Demon Souls, where they kind of kept it straightforward. And, you know, they had all that super deep lore and all that kind of stuff, but, you know, a surface level, you could at least follow it, right?
Right.
Possibly. You know, I'm sure they're...
Easier, you know, at least, at the very least, it's easier
than fucking this.
Yes.
That's really the main thing. It's easier to follow than fucking this. Because, so it was one of those things where, you know, like, oh, you were the chosen one, that kind of shit, right? Because, you know, Dark Souls 2 was done by a separate team within FromSoft. While the team that did Dark Souls 1, or I assume like most importantly or mainly what we're talking about here is that it's Miyazaki, the guy who, like, you know, is like the creative, you know, dude behind all this shit. Or else, you know, what it seems like. He was, while Dark Souls 2 was being worked on, he was doing this. Right. And so we're like, okay, cool. You know, Dark Souls 2, in terms of, I mean, I'm just speaking about the lore, was a bit much, but, you know, Miyazaki's gonna come back and he's gonna fucking, he's like, all right, bitch, this is how it's done. Oh, how little we knew at that point, because it turns out it can get worse. And in my opinion, this game is probably the worst one.
Yes. All right. I agree with you that this is the worst.
It's interesting.
one.
It's interesting in terms of being like clear and concise. Yeah, I think it's the worst one. But it's very interesting when you try and
Yeah, I definitely like this the best looking into it, but I definitely watch YouTube videos to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, and I just can't help but think if you really have to refer to a YouTube video to figure out what the fuck is going on, you failed. I don't know. I just think I think that's a failure.
I agree.
Like in Dark Souls, I wound up watching YouTube videos. I knew what I did and why I did it when I was playing the game. Okay, but
yeah,
when and then I started reading. Like in my first playthrough, I was really just in it just to play through it. But then on my second, subsequent playthroughs, I was oh wait, I don't go down this way. This is a way for idiots.
That's a trap.
On subsequent playthroughs, I started reading like the item text. I started reading the just like a lot of the item text. I would look around in the environment and be like, oh hey, this thing's here that is also in this spot, or like the big one is like the lake in the bottom. Like, why are these trees like this? Why are there so many these gigantic trees at the bottom of this tree? That kind of shit. And I just started reading item text and all that kind of stuff, and I started getting, it was interesting, and then eventually I went and started watching YouTube videos, in terms of who I think is the, I don't know, when it came to just like the videos I love the most, was a dude by the name of Epic Name Bro. So I started watching that guy's stuff and learning about it, and I was like, oh, this is really sick. And it was cool, but like, I knew what the game was about, and I knew the what and the why prior to me getting to that point. And in this, I see the what, I don't understand the why. Like, I see what this is, I don't understand why the fuck I become a squid baby at the end.
Why you become a squid baby? I think.
Well, right. I know why. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm saying on a first playthrough, when you do it, you're like, what? Yeah. And I'll never forget. So I guess going back to that video that I did and why I brought it up, however, like a year and a half ago at this point, was because I go like, why in the fuck do you become a squid at the end? Like, why do you do this? And someone writes in the comments, it's like, oh, well, you become a great old one. I figure that's explanatory, and I just wanted to write, like, I wish I could have responded with what you said, with the certified dickhead thing. It's just like, yo, okay, go ahead, tell that to somebody, tell that to someone. It's like, why did my character, honestly, at what point did my character want to become a god, is what I'm saying. At what point was that a thing in the story? They just tell me to stop, like, hey, it's the night of the hunt. That's what they give you. Hey, it's the night of the hunt. Go hunt beasts. That's what they give you.
So whilst I agree, that is a dickhead comment, and there's no way anybody would reasonably know that.
Yeah.
I did get the feeling when I started this up a long time ago, and then I just never really got into it.
Yeah.
The first time I finished it was with you.
Yeah.
As far as I did get the first time I played, the understanding I got was your guy is just a psychopath and likes to kill shit.
Okay. All right. That's not okay. That's different though. That's
like hunters are the problem and you are a hunter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I guess that is a way to look at it. That's not the way. That's not what they're telling you. Like, that's a read between the lines and you're coming to your own conclusion kind of thing, as opposed to what they're telling you.
Well, it's because, like, even in the final DLC? Is there only one DLC?
There's only one.
Yeah. In the DLC, like, when you go back in time, like, it's the hunters that are, like, really fucking up the place. It's not,
But you got to keep in mind, that's not real. It's weird. It's like, it is, but it isn't, because there's a hunter's dream and then there's the hunter's nightmare, and that's the hunter's nightmare. So that's essentially, like, if I'm not mistaken, and this is once again things that aren't explained and you just got to figure out on your own, bro.
Oh boy!
Please stop. Please, leeches.
He's not stopping.
Leeches. Oh, okay.
Good luck.
Oh, that's a lot. say Elden's Bloodborne.
Yeah.
That's essentially where like the blood drunk craze, like the guys who, because the thing is that like there's a thing about like turning into a beast, the beast transformation thing, and if I'm not mistaken, the Hunter's Nightmare is essentially where, you know, it's like it's like heaven or hell for that. So I don't think it's like actually real, but it's just where things go in some sort of weird afterlife thing. But that's, once again, that shit that's not clearly explained. I'm just saying.
No, yeah, I went too far in my explanation. But like my initial thought is that you're not a good guy. You're here because you like to hunt.
Yeah, maybe. But
so
maybe
like
that's what
the lust
says, and I don't remember.
Yeah, the lust for power thing. I don't think it's too far fetched. But also, he's a dickhead for assuming that everybody picks up on.
Yeah, and it's, but, you know, once again, that's like a read between the lines kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's a read between the lines kind of thing. Like you're not realistically gonna or you know, that's not, if you're just listening to what they're saying. Then
if it sounds like I'm defending the lack of congruity, I don't know what the fuck the word is. Straightforward story is where instead you have to find shit. I don't want to defend it. It's not defensible.
Like, you know, it's like, it's cool, it's interesting. So like, I want to get that clear. I find it interesting. But in terms of just it being something that's like easy to digest, at least on a surface level, and I think that's the best way to do it, in my opinion, is to make it easily digestible on a surface level, but then have all that depth to it if you want to go looking for that.
I do think Bloodborne. Yeah, I think the Bloodborne has my favorite soul story, like background story.
Okay.
That I have to watch. You know, 13 hours of YouTube videos.
Yeah, to understand. Like, it's cool, but the only thing is, like, you know, I haven't watched YouTube videos, right? And
yeah.
Because I remember specifically, I'm following it. I don't understand why the Shadows of Yharnam, which is the boss at the end of this place, have like the snake in them. I don't understand. And I don't understand where all the fucking snakes are coming from. I don't follow that, or I don't remember. But then, objectively, I remember specifically when I was playing the game. Where it's like, all right, you lost me. It was when you fall through the fucking, when you fall through, when you're at Bergenworth, you go through the lake, you fall off the side, you fall in the water, and then you fight the worst boss in the game, the stupid ass spider, in like a lake empty void, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is happening? What is this? What is fucking happening? Where are we? Where did you take me? What is going on? And then I wake up. And all of a sudden, they're like Cthulhu head things everywhere, and like that was at the point where I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And the thing is, like, that's cool. It's cool. Like when you see it, you're like, oh hey, that's cool. So I'm not gonna like knock that or say like, oh, that's shitty. Why the fuck would they do that? Like, no, it's cool. It's cool.
Right.
But it's so, like, you lost me in terms of it just being something that's easy to pick. Oh, why'd things go to shit? I didn't know we were about to fucking enter, like, you know, some sort of, like, eldritch nightmare type thing. Like, I didn't know that was gonna, like, that was definitely where we were heading with this. And once again, if someone goes like, oh, well, this game's inspired by H.P. Lovecraft, it's like, yeah, but H.P. Lovecraft, it's a lead into that. He wrote a story. He wrote a story. Like, it's different. So yeah, that's like my problem with the lore in here, is like that, like, okay, you're gonna eat umbilical cords, like, why would I eat these umbilical cords? Maybe it's like you wouldn't eat them unless you read them, but you know, it's just one of those
you
things.
want to eat them because you want to become an elder one. Like, I thought that was obvious.
You're a certified dickhead now. Oh, that's so good. All right, well, next time we are going to
show them where we are. Show them what you just unlocked. We're at the beginning of the game.
We're at the beginning.
Oh my god!